Now, the Jurassic World Evolution fanbase told me off for calling the second game in the series a cash grab. Well, 4 weeks later, Frontier have decided to release paid-for DLC, and my question to you all, is that acceptable? Let's discuss that and others in today's episode. Welcome back to Midlife Gamer, and really appreciate the support you guys are showing me, by the way. So loving all the comments that you guys are putting on here, and perhaps one of the most contentious pieces that I've done of late has been the review around Jurassic World Evolution 2. Pretty much 50% of you liked the video, 50% of you hated the video. Now, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all of you who have given positive and negative reviews. At the end of the day, this is just a POV. My opinion doesn't count for anything more than anyone else. It's just that, I decided to have a little channel and talk about my opinions. I've been in gaming for many years, more years than some of you have been alive who are watching this. So, I've kind of seen the development, and I've seen my hobby really digress into something that I don't like seeing. And I think what I'm seeing with Jurassic World Evolution 2 is pretty much an antithesis of that. So, the paid DLC that has just been announced, it was announced a few days back. It's going to be coming out on December 9th, I believe. That will be 4 weeks since Jurassic World Evolution 2 was launched. Frankly, it's disgusting. It is disgusting, guys. There's no way that you can defend that. Even those of you, who didn't like what I had to say in the review, who felt that I was unfair, and I know there's a lot of fans out there, there is no way that you can condone this type of behaviour. And by the way, this isn't just Frontier. This isn't just a dig at Frontier. This video is obviously about Jurassic World Evolution 2. Lots of developers do this, and so I say this to all developers. But trust me, they had this already built, already good to go. This could have come out a few weeks ago in the game. No question at all. Okay, this isn't something they've just built in the last 3 or 4 weeks. No, this code is there, it's written, it's good to go. And what they are doing, they are putting this with ultimately a big patch. So the patch is going to fix some of the issues in the game, some of the rebalancing issues, which is good. However, it doesn't change the fundamentals of the game. And what they're trying to do is ham in a bit of DLC and hope that Johnny's mother pays for it. Well, I'm just not buying it, guys. And I called this a cash grab before, and I stand by it. This is a cash grab. There is no other way to explain it. So let's actually just talk about some of the things that you are getting for your money on the 9th of December. So they are naming it I'm probably saying this wrong, the Cretaceous Pack. It includes a couple of new dinosaurs. Now, I said this in my review. I think the dinosaurs are absolutely wonderful. They've been animated beautifully. They sound fantastic. They are the star of the show. All of us who play Jurassic World Evolution just could sit there and watch the dinosaurs for insurmountable amount of time. They really have done a great job. So more dinosaurs isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? So I'm not going to criticize them for releasing dinosaurs, because that is the star of the show. What I'm criticizing them for, though, is rather than trying to make money out of more DLC, why don't they just fix first the fundamental problems that are wrong with this game? Okay, so some of the things that they're adding here, some building sets. So buildings and fences will be available in the sandbox mode. The sandbox mode itself will have more maps to it. So those maps from the chaos mode will be in there. They're also going to be having kind of flattened sandbox levels where you can literally just go in and kind of design your own park. Now, that was actually one of the things that I mentioned originally when I compared this to Planet Zoo, in that there didn't really feel like you had a lot of creativity that you could have in some other park management games. So this is a start. This is a start in the right direction. They're also going to be looking at some balance changes. For example, the dinosaur fights have been decreased, which won't have the same level of injuries. They've tweaked some stats. But what I'm looking at here in terms of the patch is really tweaks. We aren't talking fundamentals, and I still have a really big issue around Jurassic World Evolution 2. Firstly, around feedback. I keep saying feedback, and that is the feedback from guests or lack thereof. I want to know whether my guests are enjoying my park. When I put down a particular feature, is that a good thing or is it a negative? I need to understand what is happening. I want some kind of guest update. And in fact, in fairness to one of the comments that I received on my previous video, someone actually mentioned that. Why not have a big guest update that really looks at that part of the park? Because at the end of the day, that is 50% of what we're doing in a park management, is ensuring that we get money in, ensuring that the guests are happy, ensuring that they're safe, ensuring that things look good, all associated around our guests. The other 50%, of course, will be the dinosaurs. So that's happening. And so along with feedback, the other area that I feel needs massive improvement is really personalization. I've mentioned about identity in the parks, lack thereof. You know, you still can't put benches and trash cans down. You still can't create little tunnels or little bridges with your pathing. I mean, it's really basic stuff, guys, really basic, and it desperately needs it, because again, I mentioned this before, when I look at the parks that have been designed in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and there are some brilliant content creators out there, absolutely, you know who they are, you're big fans. When you look at what they're designing and what they're building, they look good, but they all still look similar. And why is that? Because ultimately, you know, the tools that you have to play with in Jurassic World Evolution 2 is not where it needs to be and where it should be, certainly based on the fact that this is a sequel and we had all these issues in Jurassic World Evolution 1. Why have they not fixed these, or why have they not at least called this out? Now, Jurassic World Evolution 2 has had a much slower start than they expected. Revenues are down. In fact, they've had to come out and open up about the revenue situation. It's not looking good for Frontier, let's be honest. They had an opportunity here. They've got a fantastic franchise, and they could have really gone for something quite unique the second time round. I did mention in the review, I'm almost certain that they're tied by Universal, but there are some things, again, that I don't think completely were tied to. I mean, are we really saying that Universal is not allowing benches on pathing and stuff like that? I don't know. We'll never find out, I guess. Here's the thing. It's going to sell well, right? It always will sell well because it's got a huge fan base, and that's why so many of you were commenting. But to have DLC announced just 3 weeks after the game came out, and to come out just 4 weeks after the game come out, I'm sorry, guys, that stinks, and you shouldn't be happy with that. And it's no wonder that fans are being turned off, and people like me, that I wouldn't call myself, a proper Jurassic World Evolution fan like some of you. I'm certainly one of those players that will come in and out of it, and if it keeps me interested and entertained, I will invest in it. There is no way I'm giving them my money though for some DLC when it's launched so soon after. And so overall, the patch is nice. The DLC is an absolute rip-off. It's a cash grab. There's still a lot wrong with it. There is a lot wrong with it. There's too much micromanaging. You're always clicking on dinosaurs, putting them in the medical center and making sure they're being checked up on, etc. It's become too much of a micromanagement game for me. It's a real shame because I think the potential is there. People are saying that mods will fix this. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit, that argument. Mods should not fix games that you have paid $60 for. Absolutely not. Mods are there to enhance your experience. That is what they are there for. They should be enhancing what is already great within the game. Already the fundamentals are there. You see that something like Skyrim, all the mods that take place, they could be better graphical options. It could be a better, UI system, but the fundamental game is still good. They aren't changing the actual raw mechanics of the game. And this is the thing, mods should not be doing that for Jurassic World Evolution 2. It shouldn't be the case. It should be there to enhance what is already a good game. So really disappointed in how they've behaved there. I stand by what I said. So anyway, that was just a quick little rant at what I thought was pretty poor business practices. Feel free to leave your comment, guys. I do read them all. I love to hear both positive and negative. I'm not here for clickbaits. I'm just putting my opinion across. You see my other reviews. I'm very positive on a lot of games, but I just don't like what I'm seeing. Until next time, speak to you guys soon.